Hi students, Pete Estabrook here. Let's do a little brief discussion of what scales we should know in order to play jazz well. Well, fundamentally, most of the material that we play in jazz is derived from two scale sources, the major scale and the melodic minor scale. So if you were to break it down into its most fundamental parts, we really only need to know two scales. We do need to know them from all the different degrees and in all the different directions. Beyond that, modes of the major scale that I would say are most important would be the Dorian scale, the second mode, the Mixolydian scale, which is the fifth mode of the major scale, and the Locrian scale, which is the seventh mode of the major scale. So from the major scale, basically we need to know those four modes: Ionian or major, what we call the major scale, Dorian, Mixolydian, and Locrian. And from the melodic minor scale, we want to know the tonic mode, melodic minor. We want to know the fourth mode of melodic minor, which is the Lydian dominant scale. It's a very useful scale, used in secondary dominant situations, 5 of 5, used in non-resolving dominant situations, etc. The other scale we want to know is the seventh mode, which is what we commonly call the altered scale. It's also called the diminished whole tone scale. There's a lot of different names for it. It's the seventh mode of melodic minor. So that's for use on altered dominant chords or dominant chords approaching a minor chord, right? And then the third, let's see, so it's actually the fourth mode of the fourth scale we need to know of melodic minor, let's put it that way, would be the sixth mode. Okay, so the sixth mode of melodic minor, that's a Locrian with a sharp 2. So, and that's not 100% necessary, but if you're playing in a melodic minor environment, minor 2-5-1, sometimes it's nice to throw that Locrian sharp 2 scale in there since you already will be using the altered scale and the melodic minor scale. You might as well use that as your scale for your two chords in minor. So we have 4 scales from the major mode and 4 scales from the melodic minor mode. It's not infinite. Beyond that, I would say the diminished scale, whole step first, and what I call dominant diminished scale, or this, it's the same scale with the half step first. That's for use on dominant chords that approach a chord with a major third in it. And of course, the diminished scale whole step first is for use on diminished chords. I'll do a little video on diminished scale formation another time. It gets a little complicated. There are some other possible choices, but we'll do that as a separate thing. So I hope that helps. Get to work on those modes and practice them from all different degrees in all different directions so you're really familiar with them. Okay.